Alright, guys, we are back again with another episode of Kuroko no Basket. We have episode 16 of season 3 here up and ready to go. I think we're moving on from the backstory. There might still be half an episode left because it seemed like we were kind of at a close for the miracles, right? They were sort of coming to an end. They weren't in the best shape teamwork wise. They were all pretty miserable. So, might have a little bit left here, but I think probably by the end of this episode, we'll be back in present day. Hopefully, getting close to the Akashi match. And I'm looking forward to whatever they throw at us. Last episode was great, showing us just exactly what caused the miracles to, drift from each other, fall apart. And they did a fantastic job. So I'm 100% into this. I want to see what we're like. I want to see the moment that Kuroko quits the team. I don't know if we're going to be seeing that. I'm hoping, maybe he'll throw some insults at everybody. Be like, hey, you motherfucker, I never liked you in the first place. Just classic Kuroko stuff. You know how resentful that man is. Anyway, sorry. Dumb joke. I think I'm just going to hop right into it and see what happens. So, let's go. Oh, and by the way, I probably already look like it because I already just filmed episode 15. But it is cooking up here. I'm sweating. Apologies. That's kind of going to be the norm for the rest of the series probably because it is always cooking up here. I feel like I'm baking, literally baking like a loaf of bread in the oven. Damn, wait, what were those points? Did that just say 151 to 12? They are always just shocking me. 12. Imagine getting 12 against 151. Oh, I can understand why people quit the game. I get it. I might be all talk about never giving up sort of shit, but damn, 12 to 151. How would you come back from that? Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing is usually you'd be happy to get stronger. I mean, if you're on a winning streak, you should be cheering, celebrating. Nobody does. These guys don't. They get more miserable. Doesn't remember. Really? Is he lying? I'm surprised he would have forgotten about that. Maybe he just feels so bad that he lied about it. He couldn't keep them together. That emotion. Yeah. Yeah. Kuroko and Kisei are the most heartbreaking because they're the ones that they brought the most joy in the first place. And when you've brought them down, those two, well, Kuroko, Kisei was more vocal with it. He was always the one cheering people on, being like, hey man, that was great. You did a great job. But now he doesn't even feel it. He doesn't even feel that happiness for him. Yep. The theme. I think I talked about it already, but it's so digital. How else can I explain it? It basically sounds like someone just pressing numbers on a keypad, like a phone call. It's just so cold. It doesn't even feel like actual music. And that is a great touch because, he's kind of robotic, Akashi. It suits him very well. Yeah. Yeah, Kuroko's just disappointed. It's you played with them. Yep. Well, at least Midorima's not stooping to that. Straight up, just you see them. It's like they pretend that the other team isn't even there. The amount of disrespect, even the fact that Kisei's kind of playing along with it too, is bad. But we knew he was kind of like that when we first met him. He did think he was better than everyone. It's just disappointing. Ah, Hyuga, what are you doing here? Oh. Already got them here. The little first years. What's up, guys? Yeah. Oh, they never even noticed him before. Yep, Kuroko right there. They don't know what's going on. Oh, he found Hyuga's ID? Oh, really? Oh. Oh, they give him the motivation, the inspiration. He sees them playing together, and he's like, yeah, I'm not going to give up. There's more to this. You're fucking kid. It all comes back around. And that's probably why I wanted to go to Seidin in the first place. Did he, like, maybe subconsciously he remembered the name? I'm just trying to think back. I don't remember him ever saying, like, in season 1, like, hey, I watched you guys play once, and that's why I came here. Maybe he didn't. Like, maybe he just didn't want to mention it to him. Because he is telling a story, so he must remember it. And he just never told them. But still, that's awesome. The fact that they inspired him even before they even knew who he was. That's his friend? And he saw how miserable he looks. That's rough. Wait, so his friend didn't... Does his friend quit now? Oh, no. What's going on? No, they're doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good. Oh, do they actually go up against them? It's actually like what I originally said, and they go up against them, and they just get crushed. Finals, no. Oh, no. Become incredible. Yeah. Oh, this is just sad. I thought he quit already. Why aren't you smiling? Yeah, he knows he's supposed to be the positive guy. Oh? What happened? Why did he do that? He just ran right into him. Oh, come on. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Just get the fuck out of here, Akashi. Leave this man alone. Okay. Okay, buddy. He just wasn't even fazed by the eyes or anything. And he even asked the same question that Kuroko did. You can tell why they were good friends, man. He believes in the same shit that Kuroko does. That you need to enjoy it. God damn it, don't make me like him. They're making me like his character before we see him get wrecked in the finals. You know it's happened. You know he's going to get wrecked in the finals, and we know he quits. That's the saddest thing, because he also wants to just enjoy the game. Is he actually going to? Oh, really? Yeah. He saw how they play already, so he would know if they're holding back. So it's probably better if they get crushed, which is just a weird thing to say. No, man. Take the goddamn game. I think that's what Kuroko's talking about, right? Don't just treat them like they're nothing, though. Like, take the game seriously. Don't play a fucking game in the middle. Don't count your points. Don't compete with each other. It's just bullshit. And it seems like Kakashi's kind of playing with that idea. Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't give up till the very end. So what makes him quit? Actually making me, hate the miracles right now. Damn. Close, actually. So he'd make that shot. What the fuck are they trying to do? He'd let him do it? Wait. Gets a point for them? Matching? Oh, they were trying to just control the points. Yeah. When you're played with... Yeah, bro. The view of them is just distorted. Oh, man. Dude. I would straight up, I would be fighting. They trampled on the promise, and they didn't even like Akashi didn't even listen. But my chest hurts. Yeah, nothing feels good about this. How can the miracles feel good about? I forget all that shit I said end of last episode. I said I don't even hate them. I said the miracles. I don't even hate them. I see where they're coming from. Right now, I hate every single fucking one. Even Kisei. Bro, like, why the fuck are you playing with people? Like, this is actually making me see them all in a whole new light. Like, obviously, the other four miracles, I don't think they even know that they're friends, like Kuroko and Shige. I don't think Akishe would have told them. So maybe they would have respected the thing. But the fact that Akashi didn't share it, and the fact that, like, they were even willing to do this in the first place. Like, yeah, competing with each other for points, that's shitty too. But having such fine control over the points that you can make them all ones. Oh boy, I actually hate all of them right now. Like, they're all terrible people. I get why his friend quit. Like, he was the toughest out of the whole team. He was the one that was telling them not to give up. We just need one final push. And then the miracles take his final push and twist it and turn it to shit. I would actually, like, if I were Kuroko, I would straight up fight every single one of those dudes. Hmm. Yeah, see, he didn't even know. Yeah, he did. Murasaki, fuck you, bro. See, that's what I'm talking about, bro. If I were Kuroko, that table, flip right on top of Akashi. I wouldn't win. I wouldn't win a fight. Don't get me wrong. I don't think I'm winning, but I would try to put in a little bit of pain against these guys. I'm just saying, like, they're kind of dicks, bro. And, like, even now that they know that his friend was on the team, they're still defending. At least Kisei was kind of like, yeah, you should have told us. We maybe would have listened to you. But then everyone else was just like, no, we wouldn't have. We still would have been bored. Yeah. Basketball. All together. Is that his friend? Like, not Kuroko's friend, but he was the teammate of his friend, right? He's visiting his school. Transferred. Quitting basketball, too. Transferred and quit? Why would he transfer schools, too? Yeah. Well, I guess I can't really blame him. Oh. Yeah, there was still something there. Okay, he still had faith in his friend. At least he didn't hold it against Kuroko. At least he was still being, like, a good friend to him. Didn't keep it personal, but still, why did he have to quit the game and transfer? Like, do they not even talk anymore, him and Kuroko? Yeah, they wanted to go against each other. Yeah. Funny though, Kuroko comes out on top out of all of them. God. And it's the most deserved out of any goddamn assholes. Well, at least Akashi saw it coming. Made up his mind, yeah. He still has that drive behind him. You're the bad guy. Two personality. Yeah, to be fair, yeah, that was pretty much it. Okay. Okay, that's good advice. Stop waffling? Is that a phrase? Stop waffling. Yeah. Okay, so Kuroko kind of thinks the opposite now. Yeah. Yeah, like so Kuroko thinks that like Shige hates him? Or he's in that mindset of thinking that, when meanwhile it's the complete opposite. Like, Shige has hope for Kuroko, that he can do what he's been doing. Well said, I guess, yeah. Beat the crap out of you. Well said, Kagami. Straight up threatening the man. Classic Kagami move. And it works, it does work. That's true. You can maybe let the others say a thing or two before jumping right to the conclusion. No, that's okay. Damn, how can he beat them? It's good though. He's in a good place after seeing what he was with the miracles, man. I'm glad he's not back to that. Okay, a little bit of like happiness towards the end at least, because man, that was a tough episode to watch. I thought last episode was depressing. This one, I think, took the cake with the whole Shige situation. I mean, thinking of his story, Shige, bro lost in like the early stages of the first tournament, never gave up, was able to practice, the whole team was able to practice, become better, make it to the final in the national, and then they're played with, they're toyed with, they're not taken seriously. Hell, the other team uses you as a game within a game. That would be some of the most heartbreaking shit ever. I can't even blame Shige for quitting. Like, I know I've said before, many people have said before, sorry about that dog, by the way. I don't know what dog that is. It is annoying. Just won't shut up. It's got some goddamn vocals on it. That's for sure. He's pissed at something. Maybe you don't hear it. I think you do, though. I think you do. Anyway, sorry. Please just try to ignore it, because this could go on for an hour. No, Shige, bro. I'm always spouting this stuff about never quitting, never giving up. This is one of the rare circumstances that I see it, and I'm not immediately thinking, like, no. Like, I would have preferred if he didn't, obviously. Like, I'm still definitely in the mindset of, like, he could come back. He could come back, and it wouldn't be the wrong thing to do, definitely. And if he had never quit in the first place, even better. But I understand why he would have done it. Maybe he just needed a break. Obviously, he said he was quitting because it was still fresh, that loss. But if he loves basketball as much as Kuroko does, he'd probably come back in the future. I imagine we might even see him during like the end of this season, during the match. Maybe he'll come to cheer Kuroko on. Because, you know, it's the finals. He hears that Kuroko's team is in it. He was the one that had it in mind in the first place, to, like, that Kuroko could be the one to beat them. I think, if anything, he'll be there. And I hope that gives Kuroko some closure with the relationship. Because he obviously still thinks, or he thought, at least before this conversation, there was kind of bad blood between them. He felt kind of personally responsible for what happened to him. Because, it was his own team that did that to him. It was the Miracles that did it, and he felt a bit of responsibility for that. At least Shige, like, he saw in Kuroko's eyes that there was still goodness in him. There was still sort of like the hope that basketball can be something more. And he's been proven right. Kuroko has beat 4 out of the 5 Miracles. That's amazing. I mean, seeing what they were, seeing how monstrous they were with people, and to kind of, this is obviously before Kuroko became better at the game, and before Kagami was even involved. It's crazy to think that Kuroko was able to actually, like, improve so much as to beat these guys, because that's another thing. These episodes have been doing a good job of showing how, like, powerful they are. What was it? 151 points to 12 was one of their matches. And obviously this final one, 111 to 11. Like, 100 more points in a game is crazy. 140 more points in a game is wild. How the fuck do you do that? They're just crazy powerful dudes. And Kuroko and Kagami and the rest of the team, Seidin, have been able to, like, beat them. Individually, of course, not together. Together might be a different story. Probably is a different story. But that's the point, is like they aren't a teamwork team, the Miracles. Like they suck with the teamwork. And teamwork will beat you. Like they thought they were better than teamwork. They thought they were more strong, and they've each individually been beaten and proven wrong in that point, because teamwork is the thing that's fucking beat them every fucking time. Man, it's the Shige stuff sucks. I hope something comes from it that is positive. I hope that like he comes and cheers Kuroko on and there's a good end to it. I'm sure there will be. But goddamn, that was sad. That was very sad. But at least now, Kuroko has a team that is 100% behind his back, that will, like, they're not going to sugarcoat things. They're going to say, hey, man, like, yeah, like, you did that in the past. You messed up. But now, like, you're with us. You don't need to, like, think that negative shit anymore. We've already beaten so many fucking people. Like, I'm just happy that Kuroko's happy. I mean, he's finally in a good state. They're still down about stuff. He's usually the hopeful guy, but we've seen some negative moments with him. But he's, after seeing what he was, how absolutely like devastating his state of mind was when he was with the Miracles. He kind of thought he couldn't help it. He thought he didn't know if there was anything better than what he was a part of. So he kind of just stuck with it. And that's what's kind of makes him feel this guilt, is he just kind of hung out with that crowd of the Miracles when they were doing this bad shit. And Akashi did have a bit of a point when he said like, oh, so you want your friend to get special treatment, but you didn't really have an issue with it with the other teams? Like, that's kind of weird itself. And there is a bit of a point to it, but I think it's more the fact his friend was a part of it that made him actually realize like how messed up it is. How gold they've become and how different they were from when he first met them, right? And the rest of the Miracles, man, like I said, I kind of hate them at that point. The fact that they did that. And the fact that they didn't admit that they were wrong afterwards when Kuroko told them about his friend. Like, Akashi, he's the worst of them, of course, because he knew and he still went along with it. But the rest of them, they didn't know off the bat. But then Kuroko came clean about it, and they still, most of them, Kisei excluded, he was kind of different, but the rest of them were just like, oh no, we still would have done it. Like, they weren't strong players, so we had to do some to stay like happy, to stay excited about it. It's worse because you can tell, even though they were playing that game, they were still bored. Like, you can just tell from them, it's boring for them. Everything is boring for them because like they're just not even interested in the game in the first place. Everything on top of it is just fake bullshit, trying to pretend that they're having a good time when they're not. They're not even close to having a good time, because having a good time is playing with your team, is actually having fun. They're not. The Miracles hasn't had fun since Aomine gave up. Since Murasaki became more of an asshole. Since Akashi became, his personality bullshit. And that's another thing. The whole double personality thing. Even Kagami, he's like, no, that kind of shocked me. I didn't see that part coming. It was kind of a curveball. I wasn't really thinking that would be a thing of a double personality. But it does at least give hope that, maybe once he gets beaten, Akashi will go back to the good personality, the more kind one. Like, maybe that one will take over, or he'll just knock right fucking out of it and become a different person. I don't know. I'm excited to see him lose, because after this, I have no love for him. Like, it's hard to say. I still understand him. I still get it. The last episode did a good job of making us kind of understand Akashi and where he came from. This one just kind of made me hate him a little bit more, but I still want to see him get better. I want to see him. Maybe he'll regret what he did. Maybe all the Miracles do regret what they did to those people. Like, now that the four of them have become like, they got beat by Kuroko, they've kind of become a bit better people, a bit more of a soul behind them now. So maybe, now they feel bad, and I hope they do, because, they kind of sucked back then. And maybe Akashi will be the same. Maybe he'll feel bad, and I hope so, because he kind of deserves it more than anybody. He's the one that led the charge. He knew what was at stake, and he still went up with it. So I'm glad that we're finally going to be getting into the Akashi match. These episodes with the flashback, fantastic. Did a great job of explaining it. The friendship backstory with Kuroko and Shige, heartbreaking, just as I thought it would be. Fantastic little arc that we had there. Glad to kind of be getting into the end game. What was this? 16? Episode 16? That's good. So we're finally going to be getting into like, basically, I think most of the big matches have been like 5-6 episodes. So it's kind of going to work out towards the end, something like that. So yeah, I think I'm just going to end this video off here though, because my camera battery is about to die. I hope you all enjoyed. Please, if you did, be sure to like, subscribe to the channel if you want to stay updated on this series or any of my other series that I do. Recommendations down in the comments for any other series you want to see, any other movies maybe you want me to react to. I got some free time now that Mushoku Tensei is done. Still kind of figuring out what I'm going to do. Comment your thoughts on whatever you want to say. Just no spoilers, obviously. And I do have a Patreon link down below if you want to help to support me, plus gives you early access to the videos. That's pretty cool. And it is just appreciated by me. Helps to support me a little bit more. You know, that's it. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.